Hello guys, welcome again, and it's been a month over once I last made a video, but today we're gonna explore Infinity Kingdom, a new game I've been pretty addicted to. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. But I see a lot of people asking other people in Discord, um, how do you start this? How do you do stuff? What should I do with my immortals, troops, etc., etc. So I'm making this small guide. Maybe small. It's not small after. It's a very huge beginner guide. It's pretty much gonna be a 20-minute long video, but hey, it can make up for my 1 month stay away. Although I'm pressing my random buttons right now and maybe pressing some other random buttons in the screen later on. But yeah, well, I'm in the Alliance of Joan in this game, so yeah, if you want to join us, make sure in server 0036, and we need your Discord so you can join us. So yep, that's it. Go into our first part of the guide, which is for our buildings, and yep, let's do it. So in the first order of business, our upgrade priority guide for buildings. So there are a lot of different buildings in the game, but I'm going to show you a very beginner friendly guide. Of course, the arena is for higher levels, as well as the other buildings, but I'm going to teach you some of those who are very... mostly for the lower levels, you have these buildings. And I just upgraded my brush tool. So this, I showed you the alchemy lab. This and arena are for higher levels. They're not really upgradable, so you don't have to worry about that. You also have your dwelling, dragon's den, and the these are also for higher levels. I mean, the dragons for, like, I think castle 5. Then you also have your tower of knowledge, your academy, which are also for higher level. I think castle 6 for academy and castle 12 for tower of knowledge. Yeah. Then you have the treasury for um castle 8. Yep. Okay, clicking some other buttons here. Just ignore it. But yeah, back to the topic. You also have your wishing well. I'm just scrolling it up a bit here. Yeah, here the wishing well is also upgradable. I don't know why the creators even made a wishing well that's upgradable. Then you have the marketplace where you can buy certain items like things to upgrade your immortals with, and I'll give in depth more about that in later on in the video. So let's first start with our first upgrade being the training grounds. The training ground is your first priority because you needed to upgrade your walls. I know I'm pressing random buttons on my recorder right now. Yeah. But yeah, training grounds first. Then we're going to go upgrade the walls next. If you're asking why training grounds first, that way you can hold more troops. The more troops you have, you can get a lot more power, or at least something to replace your damaged troops in battle. But enough with that. I think I can just I don't need to explain that. That's for like advanced stuff. You can see the troop counts, blah blah blah. Yeah. I'm a bit lazy there, and at this point I was just pressing a random button, so I'm I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. No. So we are going to continue on with the guide, and our next order of business is our walls. I always keep pressing the chat because I can't stand red buttons. Our next upgrade would be the wall, because this is gonna allow you to upgrade your castle. It's most of the time, walls is one of the requirements to upgrade your castle. Even though I'm a high level now, this will apply to lower levels because it has shorter times, yada yada yada. Okay, the next thing, the castle is you want to get it to the highest level as possible. So this time we're gonna talk about the next part of the upgrade priority guide, which is the collectors. We have for iron smeltery, lumber mill, farm, and then the quarry and the other side, the area. So yeah, you have to at least upgrade at least one of these each preferably highest level, and here's the quarry area. Although, yeah. Either my voice is late from the footage, or the footage is late from my voice. Well, then, the smeltery, lumber mill, and farm, at least one of these each will do. That way, you can upgrade the next part of the priority list, which would be our barracks. So, one of each, remember that. Then we go to the barracks. You mainly want to focus on your barracks on one, whatever your immortals have, but I'll show you that a bit later in the video. But it also have bonuses every time you level them up. For example, here you can see the details. Give you extra special troops. You get the elite shieldman, etc., etc. Like, yeah, first light shieldman, heavy, elite, and noble, then royal shieldman, like that. Then next would be yeah, pretty much whatever building comes with your castle. The next would be your castle. Yep, that's it. That's pretty much the end of your buildings, but all for that. The most common for buildings that associate with the castle upgrade would be the walls, academy, wishing well, tower of knowledge, etc., etc. But most commonly, it might be also dwelling, but it's in some cases that you have to upgrade those, which yeah, you either have fallen behind or something. So pretty much that's it for buildings. And castle is the the only building you must focus to get up to highest level, and along with your barracks and your training grounds, that way you hold more troops. So warehouse, pretty much your storage, but and the other stuff are pretty much you can learn along the way. And okay, now next part of this guide would be about immortals, and then let's head on to it. So next part we're going to talk about immortals. You press the immortal tab, and then you'll see the immortals. We have here several different immortals. Ignore the fact that I have Merlin and Yoshi Tsune. You see that we have Brynhild, her element, which is water. Her troop, that the troop she carries is cavalry. She also has this thing called a star level. Then you have your EXP level down below her, and the boost level up above. And then you also have equipment, which also strengthen up your immortals. I'll talk about that a bit later. You also have your skills down below. Now, first we're going to talk about the basic thing about immortals, your EXP. EXP determines how strong your immortals are. Now that Brynhild's level 22, she's a bit stronger now and has more EXP to grind to level her up. But I'll show you an example of a level 1 immortal, which is Mebd. You see that she has 0 EXP points out of 10, which allows her to level up and get stronger. Now, you also can use XP scrolls, which you can get from Wheel of Time. I will explain Wheel of Time later. You can also get some from gnomes. Example is here. You press the map, you go out of your village, you can see a lot of gnomes lying around, those kind of things, and then you can attack it with a squad. Then they will get EXP, gear, and some enchanting stones, which I'll talk about what they're used for in the video. So you see that we also have your star level. So star level increases every time you upgrade it using fragments. You see below the fragments that looks like a puzzle piece is acquired, and also gold, which is finite, which is not really the most fine resource. You can only get it, you can only produce yours once you get a dwelling at Castle 9, I think. But let's stay away from that. Well, let's go back to basics. After that, you can go back to your mailbox, and then you will see what the result of your battle is. You see the green circle thing in the screen right now. And you press that, you see battle victory, and it will show you what you got. You got some enchantment stones, and then you have your equipment. You get EXP too. After that, you can go back to your Immortals tab and then equip them. It also shows your the XP they gained, in case you might not know. And then you also have here. Let's go back to the Immortals tab. Now we will talk more of the star level. I think, yeah, star level. So the fragments. Fragments are very rare. You can get them in either Marketplace or Hall of Immortals. When you draw in Hall of Immortals, they will either give you fragments or give you the Immortals itself, and then converts into the fragments. You need to unlock it, and then you also have your boost level. Your boost level pretty much is only upgradable once you go in all of time and get some items. You see here that it gives upgradable, it gives stats when you upgrade the boost. And then you need items like ground bear fang, then you can get it in raids in the Well of Time. So I'll show you what does the Well of Time. See that little pond down there? This is the Well of Time, where you can get those items. See there? Now you can attack them like there. It's also has a lot of levels. You might want to progress here a lot faster, and then it has recommended power. I'll explain what power your hero true powers is later on in the video. So that's done. Now we will tackle about equipment. Equipment is also a very important factor. It increases your hero's stats as well. Not only that, it can also be upgraded to a max of 40. Level 40. Almost all of these are maxed at 40 except for the star level, I think. Yeah, I think so. I haven't actually maxed one of these accounts out. I'm relatively new myself. But I am learning fast though. I know this. See, it has stats like physical, magical attack, strength, and crit value. Pretty good. Then you also have defense, physical, magical defense, agility, intelligence, resilience value, etc. Now, for example, here are other items. There are, I don't remember how many types of items there are, but I think there were actually 5 sets. One for bowmen, magi, mages. You also have some for your supports. No, I don't remember the entire set of gear, but I can remember those. Next, the skill level. It increases with your star level. As you see, you also have your passive skill. I'll show. Here's Lancelot, an example. It has 3 star levels, meaning you can unlock your passive skill down there, the circled green ability. You can get those within the Tower of Knowledge, which is at higher level. Then his first ability is increased every time you upgrade his star level. So it's basically level 1. If you get 1 star level, it gets level 2, 3, 4, etc, etc. I think it's the max of 8, if I remember. I don't know. I don't really remember the entire list. But moving on. You see, it doesn't need to be upgraded by some other means, but the passive skill is. Now let me show you Merlin. You can't get a passive skill on him, as you can see. He hasn't have his 3rd star level. His star level is 1. So you can't get him actually until you can't get its passive skill unless you upgrade it. So that's pretty much it. If I know, that's pretty much all you have to know about Immortals. Now I'll show you how to get those hero fragments to upgrade your Immortals fast. And now we will move on to how you get your fragments. So the first part where you get your fragments would be the Hall of Immortals. I won't be able to draw some for you, but you can see here. Press the tab of the app up top where you see rewards. You can get Immortals themselves, which are not puzzle pieces. You can see that there are some from the left and the right. And then you also have your fragments down below. I have to scroll down a bit more. There, you can see your fragments of your other Immortals. So in this case, if you draw, you can get either the immortals themselves or their fragments, which you can use to upgrade them. Example, there's Brynhild fragment, which you can use to upgrade Brynhild's star level, and then you have others like Lancelot over there, and a lot more. Next is the marketplace, where you can buy some fragments. As you can see, I bought Merlin over there, and you only have a limited refresh attempts, which basically just refresh the shop and then shows you a different set of items you can buy. Then you also can get you can get the purple things you can buy to buy them in the achievement sections or something. Let me just find one. Okay, there. Those are called soul shards, which you can use to buy fragments to upgrade your hero star level. They're also used to upgrade upgrade passive abilities in Tower of Knowledge, but that's pretty much for higher level gameplay. You can figure that out pretty easily. Man, my grammar is bad. See, you, as I said before, star level, then your uh needed requirements to upgrade them. Then you can also get your fragments from the shop, which you can see example there is Ramesses the second fragments, but that's pretty much for a pay to win someone who buys packs. If you buy this pack, then you're the only one who get Ramesses fragments. You can also get it from the shop, of course. Then you also have here Charles the Great. These are pretty much immortals you have to buy. Merlin's another one of those examples, and that's pretty much the only fragments you see in the shop. Pretty basic. Then that's pretty much it. Then we'll move on to our next would be the Academy, Tower of Knowledge, and the Dragon's Den altogether. Okay, let's go. First, let's talk about the Dragon's Den and the dragon. So Dragon's Den is located here. You press it, and then you would see multiple dragons. Like example here, you have your water, earth, lightning, wind, and fire. Basic dragons you can use for free to play by completing missions and stuff. And then you also can press on them up and upgrade them. By the way, you can only upgrade one dragon at a time. And also, yeah, you can see that it's encircling there. So you can upgrade them, you can speed them up with either gems or boosts you have in your inventory. I'll explain those boosts later on. Now you also have your stages of your dragon. You unlock its first ability at level 5. Pretty much like heroes in Clash of Clans, right? Then it has multiple stages where it unlocks more abilities. Like here, next stage. I don't remember the stage, what those stages are called. But you also get the other abilities like Spring Well, Frost Breath, like I showed earlier, and also you can domesticate them. Domestication feature where you can upgrade it using dragon gems. Over up at the top you can see them, and then it upgrades the ability. So that's pretty much all you have to know about dragons. The most commonly you have to upgrade them more to get stronger. Now we go to our academy. Academy is pretty much the laboratory of this game, but yeah. So academy, don't mind the green thing down there. Then you can see research. Then you can put plus research. So the way I want to do, like you should do it, you have for core. You should not be focusing on defense first, but you first want to upgrade the production, then to immortals, and then troops. It depends on you if you want to interchange immortals and troops, but I personally like immortals upgrade first, then troops. The reason why you want to have production up is for the first perk, which I'll show later on. So back out of there, let's just, okay, wait 1 second. Let's just research one. I'll show you. First example is speedy production, which is their first order of business. Then you have the following upgrade for harvesting, and then you have a longer list down the line. I'll just scroll it down for you. It's pretty long. Damn it. Now you want to upgrade the first perk there first. Then you have to upgrade veteran. Then the other perks concerning which immortals you use, which troop your immortals use. Like example, leading the charge for cavalry, flashing arrows is you must at least flashing arrow is universal. You have to upgrade that because all the time you will have bowmen in your composition, whether you like it or not. Then you go into troops, up of course, upgrade the first part, which is superhuman speed, and then the other upgrades split into whatever troop you upgrade next. Would be either split the earth, shieldmen, force of blades, spearmen. I'll get that upgrade that later. Strength of 1,000, cavalry, and arrow storm is of course bowmen. I would personally go arrow storm first, then strength of 1,000 since most of the time you would have cavalry. Now, that's pretty much all you have to know about Academy. Let's go next to the Tower of Knowledge. Of course, this is pretty much for higher levels, but I'll just include it here so you know. You get passive abilities where you can equip it to here to your immortals, like I showed you earlier. It's also upgradable using the pink soul crystals. Pretty much same as upgrade getting some shot. I mean, this is pretty much irrelevant to you if you're very new. But if you get a bit higher, this may go into you. Also, the higher you go, the higher perks you can get, higher abilities you can get. Next, we will talk about troop compositions. So let's go. Okay, so next order of business, troops. You see the troop tab down there in between items and immortal tab. Now, if you click it, you see your troops. You have your bowman units and then the immortals attached to them, which is Merlin and Yoshitsune. Then you also have your frontline units, would be your cavalry and other immortals. It determines what your troop you're gonna use in front with the immortals you use. Example of this is Brynhild is cavalry, as you see down there, over there, like yeah, there. Let's find another immortal to show you the difference. And now you example is Boudica, I don't know how to pronounce this, and she uses shieldmen. So if you use her, it shows shieldmen in troops. I think I can show you that. Let me just do it. You go to troops, and if I equip someone like yeah, you have also 3 squads, which is yeah, and you mostly want to prioritize an all water army since it's pretty easy to build. Now let me show you an example of what happens if you switch that there. For free-to-play players, you can pretty much this is your main squad would be in free-to-play. You have an all-water core of Vat and then your water dragon. You see Helen of Troy, Brynhild, Lancelot, and then the Tomogonzen. But you can also get Yoshitsune in 10 times draw and Harold in the arena. But this is what I'm using right now, which is Merlin and Yoshitsune. Now, pay attention to the next part of the video because it's a bit more complex. It also shows your Immortals HP down there. Keep in mind. Now let's just put it back the way it was, and yep. Now you can make 3 squads, yep, there, and then you can see the power of your squads up, down there, which also ties into what I shown you earlier. So the recommended power here is to 26,600, and my power is 18,349, 59 I mean. So most likely I'm gonna get roasted or defeated in that stage. You can increase the power of your squads by upgrading here, which is yeah, I'm upgrading the split there. 1 second, and then we can also thanks Agitor and Rohit King for the help. When you help people in these games by clicking the quick help, it reduces the time you use for the upgrade. So moving on, we will tackle the next part of the video, which would be items. do it.
Remaining for
So,
okay, so we
in
have the
item
remaining
stuff,
stuff,
items tab
which
down
is
there.
the
See
items.
that I'm getting circled red.
Where you can get
And then you will
special
see
items.
many
Let's
categories
see,
of items. We have resources,
where if you
speed
use
up,
them, you can get
and
resources
other
like
stuff.
this.
When I use
Get
those, you
food,
can get some resources,
get
like example what I did
gold,
right now. And you also have
you
your
also have
other
speed
stuff
ups where you
like
can
speed
use it
ups,
on
which you can
buildings
use
and
in
research and stuff. You
speeding
have
up progress,
other
of course.
boosts,
Then you have
which
boosts,
is
and then you have
not really
your
important as of
equipment
now.
down below.
Equipment for
This is
your
where you can see what
immortals. This is where
equipment you can
get
use on your
equipments, where you
heroes
can see
or
your
gear.
equipments.
Gear on your immortals, I mean. Sorry, I've been using hero a lot. Sorry.
And then
You also have your other items, which include scrolls,
These
other
include
items you
your
can
dragon
upgrade your
crystals,
immortals
EXP
with, dragon
scrolls,
crystals,
other miscellaneous
and
items,
other miscellaneous
etc.
stuff.
You also have your
But
philosopher's stones,
you can
which
figure that out by
you
reading
use
the
for summoning false immortals. Let's see.
descriptions. Like this one gain 100 action points.
Next portion.
Now we also have your
You also have
map. Your map,
of course,
pretty much where
the
you can
map.
see your allied
You have to know how to
territories,
use the map. You
other
have
stuff,
to
pretty much.
swipe your finger
And
around the
you
map.
can roam around it. You just have to swipe it.
Something like
Pretty much, this is just other features I haven't explained yet. Yeah, you can just scroll around like that.
Example,
And you will see some gnomes gathering stuff, and then you can just see the territories.
advanced, but
And
I'll just
I pressed bookmark so you can see ruins, like stuff like that. And
place a scouting mission
the
towards and get rewards like
so you scout ruins, get some resources,
boots,
stuff,
etc.
and yeah, those are
Then
pretty much it. And then
you can
also
press the
choose
map
to
and relocate your village. When you press relocate, you can move your village wherever
I'm not
you
gonna relocate mine,
but I would not recommend doing so unless
Yep. You also have
urgent
what I showed you earlier.
You can
Attacking
also
some gnomes.
attack gnomes, as I showed you earlier. I'll do it again, just
below.
for
You press it and then attack. I'll just send that. Then you can also gather from the deposit. I have 3 squads, by the way. Using one for.
at least 3
I recommend
different
using
squads.
one squad
One
for
for
gathering
garrison, one for
resources,
attacking,
one for
and
your
one
garrison.
for gathering stuff.
In case you're interested, because
Sometimes
some
really
cases you might need your garrison, and then your main squad for attack. You also
your
have
chat.
your mailbox and chat box.
Earlier
that,
this.
and read that.
And then you also have
some of my
your
friends use some love. Come on.
Well of
I'm a
Time.
nice guy.
You have
Come on,
your
everybody.
Well of Time.
It's been
Now
long
this
since
is where you see the building
time.
progresses.
This is where you can see your
Right
buildings
now I just
that
finished
you
one of my
can
other upgrades. I think I will put down my Tower of Knowledge.
Them, but I'm gonna upgrade my Tower of
Upgrading
Knowledge.
now, you can ask for
So
help for
you're
your
gonna
alliance to
upgrade
speed it
You
up.
also speed them up,
And then you
pretty much
also
you can
have
determine the other features for yourself. You have the event up there.
and other more. But you will not want to
I think
attack
you're
the
gonna
other
need
ones
some
yet,
help.
as you are already just playing the game. Some beginners like to see here Bone Crusher,
Bone
King
Crusher,
Bob. You
King
may have
Bob.
known these other people like Skittles, Liza,
Skittles,
of course you know Kitty Joe,
of course Joe,
and
Foggy.
wait,
Grandpa.
Joe. No, just kidding,
Let me just
don't
look into
don't
that
blame me,
later.
don't blame me.
But yeah,
And then you also have your events tab,
have your
where
events.
I just claimed some
Click on
stuff.
them,
You have to
showing
do
some
some
examples. Spell knowns,
extra
these
stuff.
rewards down
Like you
there.
see here, defeat any
which,
higher
meet
bosses,
the requirement to defeat any level
like
3
that.
higher known
But
bosses.
I would not recommend it as
Pretty much
early.
I didn't do
These
these
others,
events, but these
you can learn along the way. You also have your daily logins,
stuff like that.
help. You can also get a
And then
free
you also have this
Helen of
free
Troy
event,
and
you can get
fragments to
Helen of Troy
upgrade
and
her,
fragments
which is
to
pretty
upgrade
cool,
her,
right?
which is pretty nice.
Early game stuff.
Right? Pretty much a good
As your
start.
first recharge, you can get Merlin for
Then
free.
you can go back.
You also have to see
the
your
other
profile
tasks, you also
here,
have the
redeem
profile.
codes,
And
etc.
then the other tasks you can do
I'll
and
leave
get
those
rewards.
up to
For example,
you, but these
here,
are also
the daily tasks, the
some other
growth
things.
missions.
These are where you
alliance
get
tasks.
your EXP.
So
you see
you also have your requirements.
These
finish
things
those
are
tasks,
EXP,
stuff like that.
and these are extra rewards.
The first
As
circle
you can
would
see,
be
there are
the points
stuff
you
requirements
can get
there.
for your own profile, which you
You
can get
also have
rewards
your
every time you level up,
daily
and then other
and
miscellaneous
alliance
rewards.
stuff. Sorry,
Resources
my
and
phone
stuff,
screen
and
is
then you
stuck.
also have your other tab, which is the daily and alliance
You
tab.
have to complete most of your daily
my
quests
footage and
every day.
voiceover are messed up.
That's
I'm
one
very
thing.
sorry.
But
You can
now
see
we
your
can
total
go
power
and
here
show you
above
that there are some
the
action
attack bar.
points
Sorry, I couldn't
which you
press
can
that
use
much.
to
Sorry,
get
sorry.
to attack gnomes.
And I'm
If you don't have
pretty
any
sure
action
that's
points,
much
you can
it.
attack gnomes and stuff
Extra
like that.
tips will be at
And
the end of
that's
the
pretty
video.
much one of those things. Some extra tips for you new players out there. First one, of course, the marketplace. Again, I explained this earlier, but I'll explain it again. You can, the most commonly, you have to use all of your refreshes and gems. If you want to use gems, make sure you use it in the marketplace. So you can find more fragments to upgrade your immortals to get them stronger, and then you can do more things with them. You can also get resources and boosts down there, but those are not really much important. I don't personally buy them. Pretty much that's it. Next is also your about troops. My tip here is, of course, focus on one element, like I said earlier. All water should be your priority because it's pretty easy to build, free to play. Or earth, it's also pretty easy to build because you can get Cleopatra and other stuff. I just got lucky and get Gilgamesh and Ashoka there, but pretty much that's up to you on how you want to play, but that's pretty much my advice. Second is arena battles. Do it every day because you can get some pretty good rewards there. Also, the wishing fountain is one of those other tips can give you. Keep the academy working every time. You can also go and to the harbor actually and get some other rewards. As you can see down there in the logbook, you get extra rewards and stuff. So pretty much that's all there is to it. There's not much more I can say. So so I like to thank you all for keep being this far in the video. If you are watching until this very end, I commend you guys. So um tune in for more. If you want, subscribe so I can get be motivated to make more content. Like this video, share it with your friends and all. Comment down below what you think and tell me what requests you want to do and I might do it in the future. So that's all and goodbye guys. See you soon.